Welcome to my presentation. I'm Tracey Wallace, Global Schools Advocate and Service Learning Coordinator at Scotch College, Adelaide. I would like to take you on a journey of fostering empathy through service learning. To give you a bit of context, Scotch College Adelaide is an independent, co-educational day and boarding school located on two adjacent campuses in Adelaide, South Australia. Our Early Learning Centre and Junior School are located on Mitcham campus. The middle and senior schools are located on Torrens Park campus. Service learning is an integral component of the holistic education at Scotch College, and it provides a values-based, holistic experience for students which enhances their well-being. Students engage in action that addresses an authentic community need in a process that allows for student agency and provides structured time for reflection. Such experiential learning activities provide students with opportunities to develop civic engagement skills. Life is filled with opportunities to develop one's empathy. I will, however, highlight the explicitly designed opportunities through service learning, which we link to the Sustainable Development Goals. Scotch College provides ongoing support of numerous charities and not-for-profit organisations. The college has a strong affiliation with the Salvation Army. We support the numerous Salvos programs such as the Red Shield Appeal, the Winter Sleep Out, the Blanket Blessing and the Hygiene Kit Drive, among many others. The Hygiene Kit Drive, as you can see the students are engaged in the photographs, entails families donating hygiene items which are assembled by students into kits. There is always rich conversation among students about physical and psychological well-being while they are assembling these kits. These hygiene kits are then donated to the Salvation Army to be distributed to those in need. Every year, hundreds of Scotch students get involved in the Salvation Army's Red Shield Appeal by participating in face-to-face door knocking in suburbs around our two campuses. The Red Shield Appeal is the Salvo's signature fundraising drive, which provides crucial funds for the vast network of community services and social programs serving vulnerable Aussies every day. This is a great opportunity for our students to engage directly with members of our community for a worthy cause. Sleep Health Salvos is an event organised by our Year 12 student leaders. According to our Year 12 service leader, Amy, I think it's important to recognise the reality of others in less fortunate situations to our own, and in turn develop a sense of empathy towards these. Using our motivation to make a positive impact not only benefits the community, but is also beneficial to our own lives, developing a sense of greater community and self-worth. The sleep out experience was certainly cold and uncomfortable. Even my Labrador dog complained. The senior students who participated gained a deeper understanding of homelessness and the challenges facing many Aussies and others around the world. Our students reflected on gaining a better understanding of themselves and their responsibility to contribute to their community. Students reported developing resilience and self-confidence, and further enhance their commitment to giving back to their community. According to the students, experiencing a night of discomfort to raise Red Shield Appeal funds to help transform others' lives was well worth it. After obtaining barista certification, our students volunteer at the Salvos on Saturdays cafe. This cafe provides an opportunity for members of the public to relax in a local Salvos indoor cafe. Our students provide a service to the Salvos and those they support. Funds raised support the Salvation Army's Domestic Violence Refuge. The Salvation Army Blanket Blessing is an annual opportunity for community members to donate blankets to those in need. Every year, Scotch students volunteer for the Blanket Blessing by being stationed in the atrium of the local shopping centre, where they receive blankets that members of the public drop off. The blankets are collected and distributed by the Salvos to people in need. The desire for global peace is at the forefront of many minds as the result of the current crisis in Ukraine. The middle school leaders initiated a United for Ukraine fundraiser, with students and staff placing donations within a chalk-drawn map of Ukraine. Funds raised were donated to support teams on the ground, who are assisting those affected, both within Ukraine and refugees arriving in neighbouring countries. Our student leaders are always eager to promptly respond to global needs. Our student leaders hosted a fundraising bake sale to support relief efforts in Turkey and Syria following the devastating earthquake near the border of these countries in this year. The students raised and donated funds to the Emergency Action Alliance following the event. The disaster impacted millions of people at the peak of winter, leaving hundreds of thousands of people without access to shelter, food, water, heat, and medical care in freezing cold temperatures. Our students regularly engage in various forms of environmental service. Engaging in environmental service provides students with opportunities to develop empathy by connecting with them, with the natural world, diverse perspectives, collaborative problem solving, and informed decision-making. By cultivating empathy, students can become more compassionate, environmentally conscious individuals who are motivated to work towards a more sustainable and equitable future. Every year, a group of students and staff bravely sit underneath a pair of clippers to support the work of the Childhood Cancer Association. Students and staff raise funds through the Shave for a Purpose event to assist the Childhood Cancer Association, to continue to offer a range of support services to children and their families after a childhood cancer diagnosis. Students' empathy is further developed as they hear stories from cancer doctors and childhood cancer survivors. Our Year 6 students are provided with the opportunity to apply their newly acquired electricity knowledge as they build solar lights as part of the Solar Buddy program. The program combines interdisciplinary learning with practical application and real-world impact. The program encourages student collaboration, intercultural understanding, creative and critical thinking, while inspiring students to consider how innovative design solutions can transform lives. Our students learn about extreme energy poverty, solar technology, and global citizenship. The solar lights they make are accompanied by a personal letter that they write to buddies overseas. Our students feel a sense of pride knowing they would illuminate the lives of children living in extreme poverty. We have students serving as youth representatives on the Australian Red Cross Leave It to Z project steering committee. The project supports young people to influence and participate in decision-making, emergency preparedness and recovery, as well as drive change in how emergency services and state government work with young people. These youth representatives exercise agency as they regularly facilitate workshops with their peers. Year 6 leaders often host a biggest morning tea in the junior school library for the teachers and support staff. The Cancer Council's biggest morning tea is celebrated in May across Australia each year. The student leaders joyfully prepared the morning tea. The aim of the morning tea was to raise cancer awareness among the adults. A Year 6 Cancer Council Youth Ambassador led a presentation to the teachers. It was very clear to the teachers that their students care deeply about their physical well-being. During Refugee Week, middle and senior school students opt into the Act for Peace ration challenge. The challenge entails students eating the same rations as a refugee and get sponsored to do this. By putting themselves, in a small way, in the shoes of a refugee, students learn about global issues, develop empathy for others, and feel empowered to make a difference in the world. The money raised supports refugees around the world. Refugee families are arriving weekly into South Australia. They come with very little apart from optimism, excitement, and an intense desire to successfully participate in life, work, and learning in their new home country. The Australian Migrant Resource Centre staff have the responsibility for and pleasure of receiving and settling new families to South Australia. To help the centre achieve this, students donate and prepare especially filled welcome backpacks for refugee children. Our junior school students are involved in collecting stationery donations and fill the backpacks. Year 3 student Ella stated that, "Doing this service activity made me happy because the children who had to leave their home countries will realise that other children care about them and want them to be happy in Australia." Ambassador of the Migrant Resource Centre shared their incredible stories about their journey to Australia from the Democratic Republic of Congo and Afghanistan. Both guests have received humanitarian visas and contribute to education by sharing their powerful stories about being a refugee living in Australia. Another empathy-enhancing activity during Refugee Week entails Year 5 and 6 students designing and entering posters to feature in the SA Refugee Week Student Post exhibition. Refugee Week celebrates the positive contributions made by refugees to Australian society, creating better understanding between different communities and encouraging successful integration, enabling refugees to live in safety and continue making a valuable contribution in Australia. Our Year 6 students annually play the St. Vincent de Paul cost of living game. This hands-on tool helps young people develop a greater understanding of life when living below the poverty line. This 3x3 meter giant board enables students to play the game together. They take on the challenges, scenarios, highs and pitfalls that happen in everyday life for a person living on or below the poverty line. It is a unique way for players to experience the realities of life, finances, and survival, enabling them to develop empathy and a deeper understanding of poverty and welfare in Australia and how services exist to support them. Now, if time permits, I'd like you to reflect on what activities you engaged in at school to develop your empathy. Now, those lucky enough to be seated next to a fellow human, please take 2 minutes to share your activities. Those of us embracing technology, please share via the Zoom chat function. Please do this now. Thank you. Service opportunities are explicitly crafted to combine interdisciplinary learning with practical application and real-world impact. Service learning is indeed a powerful agent to teach and encourage engaged citizenship while developing empathy at its core. I will leave you with a powerful quote from Aristotle. "Educating the mind without educating the heart is no education at all." Thank you.